Well, what do? Welcome to Be So Light. I am Felicia Niana as well as Priestess Makala. You pick and choose. It still comes back to me, the same person. So, can we talk? Let's talk, lovelies. Now, when I start doing this and blinking my eyes, doing my eyebrows, there's a current interference going on. So, this topic today is all about all the weird ass energy that's flipping around out in the ethers. Oh my goodness. Let's see, where do I begin? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the title of this video is all about the energy of the foods that we're eating and the craziness in it. So, first of all, let's just don't judge yourself. Let's just jump out of that judging. Don't judge yourself. Try not to be in the judging of self, okay? Don't be in the judgment of self. What you want to do is just I'm trying to adjust my thing just right. There we go. Don't be in the judgment of yourself, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Because back in the day, I actually have to say maybe about 5, 6 years ago, when I was watching Lisa Transcendent Brown. Remember back in the day how YouTube used to be? It used to be a good place to come and get information. And you used to learn so much on YouTube and avoid a lot of stuff that just made no sense. And then all of a sudden it went down on lockdown mind control stuff. It just got locked down. So now you have to hunt around for things because it's still in the system. You just have to know who the people are back in that time and remember who they were so you can go back and access that info. So, Lisa Transcendent Brown, love her. She went through the whole ascension process and of what we're all going through right now. And she was a way shower. She was someone that put the information out there. She let everybody know this is what's coming, this is what's going to happen to you. Da 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 da. She laid it all out. Go look her up. Look up her videos. You will see how she talks about when the frequencies come in and we're merging into that higher 5 and 6. Now keep in mind, this is the grand illusion. We've been in fifth dimension, but our energy frequencies have been kept down so that you don't really merge with it. Okay, that's number one. And we got to remember the xenomorphs do this. Okay, alien movie. Take a study, watch the alien movies because they're telling you right there of what they're dealing with. A high intelligent being that learns you, knows what's coming, knows what's to do, and it metamorphosizes itself and wants to take you out. Why do you think it always goes for the brain matter? Think about that. I want you to really think about that. Okay, now let me get back to Lisa. So, Lisa Transcendent Brown, she is just an awesome lady. She lives in Hawaii. She went through the whole process. Let's just put it this way. This lady went through so much changing in her body. She had high blood sugars for no reason. She was eating chocolate like crazy, eating a lot of starches and stuff, things that she normally wouldn't eat. She was eating and craving all these different things because what's happening, the body's taking it in and utilizing it to help with the conversion into those higher frequencies. Okay. Our minds, our human minds are going to say, oh, I shouldn't eat this. This is going to make me sick. Da, 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 da. The body knows exactly what it needs for a certain reason because it's looking for something. It's going to get that so that it can help with your movement into the higher frequency. Now, I am just speaking from my own personal research, my own personal understanding. Whatever message you're getting is what is meant for you. Okay. Everyone is getting different messages because depending on what timeline you're in, what you're processing, and what you're moving through is what your body's going to need. Okay. There are people that I know that were vegans for a long time. They can no longer be that now because their digestive tract isn't allowing them to be strict vegan. It's gotten messed up. So now they have to take in some meat in order to correct what is happening in their body. And there's a lot of ailments that come along with that veganism, depending on blood type, depending on what you're eating. So everything has to be taken into account. So some people I know that have been vegans for a long time, they never have any problem. But then there's others, like myself for a fact, I cannot be a straight vegan because my body will start acting weird and will land my ass in a hospital. And trust me, when I went into the hospital and had a doctor literally tell me, you need to eat some meat, please. That was the best advice he could have ever gave me because as soon as I did, my body went boom back into its balance. I felt better. I felt clearer. So there's some people that can do it and some cannot. This is where you really have to be tuned in with yourself. Okay. I'm not saying anything wrong with veganism. I'm not saying don't get it twisted. I'm just saying some people can be that and some cannot. And it depends on your genetic makeup. Okay, not everybody's the same. If everybody was the same, everybody would be just fine. But everybody is not the same. Everybody gets affected differently with frequencies coming in. Everything is moving differently for everyone, taking you up, taking you down. What you used to be able to eat before, you can't eat it anymore because it about lays you in the bed with gas ammonia and everything else and twisting and bubbling and gurgling sounds in your belly. And you're like, oh my God, what the hell is this? Is it alive or what was coming out of me? It's you can't eat those things like you used to. But then you start gravitating eating something else where it's like, whoa, why am I eating this? Why am I eating this now? Why is this showing up for me? Because that's what your body's looking for. Not to mention, another thing that's really coming up now for a lot of people is the fight or flight. That fight or flight. I know I personally have been in the fight or flight. I know a lot of my friends have been in fight or flight. And fight or flight is when it's like, okay, is it time for me to fight? Is it time for me to run? What's going on? What am I gonna be afraid of now? It's that kind of stuff, the fight or flight. So when that energy comes in, it starts pushing you into that higher cortisol level. And one thing about cortisol that I did not know when I started really diving in and paying attention to it, if you don't use that cortisol energy for when you're in that that up in that energy, ready to fight, ready to go and run and whatever, you don't use that, it gets stored up in the body. This is why we're getting those bellies, more of those hips and the butt, because that energy hasn't been utilized. So you got to get those levels back into balance. So movement, breathing. I love Ashamanda because it really helps when you start getting stressed. And I upped my magnesium, which really helped me a lot because when you're in that fight or flight mode and you're just what's the next shoe that's gonna drop, da, 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 you're using up all of that, and then your body starts to feel depleted. Okay, now you get depleted, now you're dehydrated, now you're dealing with the sun. Now the sun is coming in saying, hello there, I'm here, I am Sun Ra. I am here now to bring light to all your situations. I'm going to be so bright that no matter what the xenomorphs do, I will still show up and shine. Yeah, that's what's happening. No matter what they do, it doesn't matter. And even when you talk about it, when you talk about light, when you talk about your divineness, when you stand in it, you will see how your body starts emanating this light, which brings up another problem. Oh, hold on. Let me call you right back. Let me call you right back. I'm live on YouTube right now. Okay, bye. So, when you are standing in your light, remember Janet Jackson? Like a moth to the fire, burned by the fire. Remember that? The moth to the light. Okay. What happens when bugs and stuff come running into the light? I want you to really pay attention to this because you're about to have a chuckle. And you got to have a laughing moment here. Just imagine your light keeps getting stronger and you have those lower vibrational insectoid moths that try to run into you. What happens to them? You hear that little sound, don't you? Or you hear them hit the glass and then they fall out on the ground and you're like, oh look, that poor little couldn't handle the light. So you want to really keep your light going. Just keep it going. Don't beat yourself up if you gain some weight. There's a reason. When you gain some weight, you have extra padding that kind of protects your body from the harshness of some of the stuff coming from the sun, you know, that are kind of penetrating. Helps to protect those organs. Okay. Versus if you were, I don't know, going to become like one of those Cardassian people, those Cardassian, I could never say their names. Obviously, there's a reason why I can't say their names right. Cardassians. I guess it would be that Kim person. Think about that. She's losing all this weight. There's, been all these pictures with her with the alien being standing behind her. I find it kind of funny. I really do. Anyway, so when you see that, you're like, what the hell? What was wrong with this person? What's going on? They're losing a lot of weight. No, 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 no. Don't be trying to be all that. Because if you have less weight on you, what do you think that the sun rays are going to do? Yeah, it's going to have easy access to penetrate deep into the body. And, kind of like, how you put food in a microwave? It cooks from the inside out, right? That's all I need to say, don't I? just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. That's why you want to stay hydrated. Now let's talk about something. One of the things that's just really ticking me off, and I have to say it this way. Have you seen this picture of, I think it's Julia Roberts' daughter? Now, maybe she had a daughter. Maybe she has a daughter that looks like exactly like her. I mean, exactly like her. What was that movie called? Body Snatchers? The pod. Put a pod next to your bed, make a copy of you, the copy takes over. And the real person gets kind of, well, now the real person gets really old and decrepit and they're not really doing anything. You don't ever really see the real person, but the copy is out doing everything. You know why I call this show is called Be So Light? Be in your light. Be your soul light. Be your true, authentic self. That means don't let anybody try to take your true, authentic light away from you. You will protect your light at all cost. I will go down. Hold on a second. Let me remind you what I have stored for the Xenomorphs. Hold on. Just hold, please. Let me just reiterate this because I think sometimes we get lost in the shuffle and we don't remember things. We kind of forget. Let me just remind you what I have for the Xenomorphs. I don't play, and you shouldn't either. Yeah. Best thing in the world. I totally get why Spirit had me go get this when I did get it. Because let me tell you, whoever was coming in my space before, whatever it was, I don't have no problem. Bye. I just wanted to remind you of that. Yeah, this is pure selenite. This is, Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta is a place to go to get a lot of your tools. Not saying that's down in Sac and every place. Some of the gym places, they have some good tools, but Soul Connection, there's a reason why they call that place Soul Connection. With their purple doors and their purple frames around the glass. There is a reason. Okay? Let me remind you, I am not one that you want to mess with because I am done. I am 57 years old. I don't have time for bullshit. I will take your butt out. I'm sorry. And it's like, shouldn't have been up in my space in the first place. What you doing? So, just kidding. No, I'm not. Anyway, not kidding. It's like this. You respect me, I respect you. You get in my space and be rude, I got something for you. There you go. Don't come up in here messing, being stupid. That's what anybody who is doing their work, who is a respectable light worker in the community, they are being of service. Okay? All kidding aside, being of service. We're going to have a lot of that stuff coming at you. So that whole thing, when I see Julia Roberts, wow, her daughter looks just like her. So, hypothetically, supposedly, but I know you can feel it. You can look at it. Come on now. Time to stop with trying to douse the Kool-Aid. Give me a break. Really? And let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, shall we? How's this working for you? You're tired. It's been a long frequency day. You're ready to go to bed. You feel it. You feel the need to go to sleep. Right. Come on. Am I the only one thinking that's it's time to go to bed, right? You get in your nice little cozy bed. You're feeling good. You've done your prayers already. You've given your gratitude. You've done all your wonderful stuff. Now you're gonna get in bed. Now you're ready to go to sleep. Wait for it. 2:30. Wake up. 3 o'clock. Wake up. 5 o'clock. Wake up. Finally, fucking give up. Just get up at 7. Because if you went to sleep at 10 or 11, all of a sudden you're waking up on these times. Now. There could be spleen meridian stuff going on. There could be liver meridian stuff going on. There could be, small intestine, large intestine meridian stuff going on. Could be pitta, could be vata, could be kapha. But what is it when you have a whole community of people doing it, waking up at the same time? Grandmother's in Puerto Rico. Yeah, can't, yeah, be sleeping just so good, and boom, wake up out of a dead sleep, 3 o'clock. Some of us are fighting in our sleep. We're on a different dimension fighting. You wake up, you got bruises on you, don't know what the hell happened, but you know you were out somewhere fighting. You're not going crazy. You're not losing your mind. It's just you might not have anybody to talk to about it and share it with, because I can't go tell my mom and dad, yeah, things are going just fine, mom and dad. Look at me, and they'll say, it's time for us to really gotta help her. I'm ready. I gotta laugh at this because I'm like, funny thing. I think I think it was I want to say it was a Amazon or a UPS person. I can't remember, but it was a late delivery. It was like it's kind of unusual because I know they're trying to, portal check their stuff and drop it off in a timely manner. But when they say they're in the area and they're going to drop it off, and I wasn't paying attention. I think one of them, it was like 8:30 or 9 or something at night, and there's a knock at the door. I came out with assistance. And I said, unless you're Jesus, you better not be knocking at the door at 9 o'clock. Because you ain't coming in. And if you do, I got something for you. So I remember it was like, yeah, just Amazon. Bye. I don't think I got any more late deliveries like that anymore. Wonder why. But I just wanted to really come on here and let you know the frequencies. We start June tomorrow, right? Is it June tomorrow? Yeah, June tomorrow. Can't keep up. Now watch. These 3 months, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna keep going. So get ready to really see how the xenomorphs are gonna try to put us into different characters in Alien movie. You want to know why I'm laughing about this? Because once you really understand and you see it for what it is, you can control your cortisol levels a lot easier. So you're not always in this fight or flight mode, ready to come on. You're not in that mode. You're not in that space of I'm going to take you out. I don't know what the perception is about being a wayshower or a light worker or healer or whatever. A lot of people always expect us to be so, hi, love and light. Oh, let me help you with that. Let me fluff it. Nah. What you step into? What's wrong with you? Why aren't you doing your work? Why didn't you let go of that pattern you're still running into? Have you ever noticed when you're really staying in your light, others can't handle it because you are pushing that energy and they can't. They're like, I can't, I can't handle it anymore. I can't hang out with her anymore. She pisses me off. Yeah. I said that to a friend of mine today. I said, I know I piss people off. And not doing it on purpose because I'm just trying to get my message out and I'm just trying to say what my truth. I'm staying in my truth of who I am and saying it like it is. And when I say it like it is, people can't handle it. I am be so Let me help you understand that. Cut the crap out of your life that's not working for you anymore. Jobs, people, bad boyfriends, bad girlfriends, husband's not right, wife not right, anything that's not right, illnesses, get rid of it. Artificial stuff that's running around that's not giving us good divine guidance. I had no idea I was going to come on here and do that. I just had to laugh. So if you're having a bad day today, I hope my silliness has lifted up your spirit because of the fact that you are sacred, you are divine, you are a divine being. Remember who you are, because I do. Protect your energy, protect yourself, come from your high heart self, be true to yourself, speak your light language. Oh my goodness. Can I share something with you? So, yesterday, I was having one of those moments where I was just like, I just want to be. I get tired of go, 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 gotta do this, gotta do this. I just get tired of that. So sometimes I just like to just be. Don't you ever have days like that? You just want to be. You just want to, come on. Leave me alone.com. Or what's those new ones? .co or .net or what are these other ones? .org. Leave me alone. All of the above. Check, 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 check. So you just want to be. You just want to be in the moment. You want to be present. So I'm sitting and I was kind of going through looking for something. I was researching something, and little kitty comes in. Kitty, Tinkerbell. She comes in. Now, this beautiful black long haired cat just loves to hang out in my energy, just loves me to death. And I'm sitting and I'm thinking, and I just said in my mind, "What you doing? How are you? Come, come, let me give you a hug." She literally, I didn't even say it with my mouth. I didn't even say it. And then I said in light language real quick, "I love you." Da, 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 da. I said it. She turns around, jumps up, leaps up, and right there, I'm hugging her. And I said, I'm really allergic to you, but I really don't care. I know you're upgrading me. I love her to death. But she totally is this very magical, connected cat. I mean, when I see her, I go, "Hey mama, what you doing?" Yeah. So she is just very talkative. She's just a beautiful being, and I'm really happy to have her in the space right now, and just being able to communicate with her. And she's just full of all that. What you doing? How's everything going? She comes in, let me check in on you. What's going on? Let me give you a hug. Let me give you paw. Paw paw. So I just wanted to come on here and let you know you're not going crazy. You're eating crazy because your body's processing stuff. Things are going to come up. You're going to have time to forgive it, to release it, to heal it. Please do. Sleep, you know, this summer, forget it. I think that's why a lot of us we're just taking it in this light. And what do stars do? They shine. They don't sleep. They shine. They're shining all the time. A star that doesn't have the light is a dead star, or Death Star. Dun, 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 Death Star. Mm, mm, yeah. Father. Anyway, it's the only thing I remember out of those movie series. How Darth Vader says that. "Look, I'm your father." It cracks me up. Such so much truth in all of the Star Wars movies. Oh my gosh. And here's the thing, I'm gonna wrap it up with this. And I want you to really think back. Go back 5, go back 10, go back 15, go back 20, go back 25, go back 30 years. What were you doing back in that time? What were some of the things you were studying about? And it just went but now when you look back at it, you really understand why you were studying that. Why you got a certain gift for a certain reason and what you're supposed to be doing with it. Imagine now you understand completely why you are the way you are right now. Some of you are stuck in an old energy and don't realize it because you have not done the healing to release yourself from that. So, I said I wanted to talk about this because I remember something yesterday. I'll close out with this one. You know how you give readings to people? Those of you that do the oracle, do the reads. You know how you give your readings and you give the message, and that person may or may not agree with what your message is, but sooner or later you get a phone call from them that says, "Oh my God, you were right on the money for this." Da 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 da. Okay. Sometimes when I get a reading for someone, I do a reading, and I get a very strong message that is giving a warning on something. I give, I go ahead and say it because it's not for me to judge it if it's right or wrong or if it's going to happen or not. It depends on what timeline that person's going to align with for them to see that outcome, okay, of the read. So I remember way back, I think this was about, man, I think this was way back in 2000, maybe 2000. I'm thinking maybe back there, way back. Okay. So I remember back in the day when my brother was married to his first wife, and they got a divorce, and I remember she met some other guy. Now, heads up, whenever you are a seer and you can see people's energy for what they are and you can see through them, because that's what I do. I see through people, and that's enough to make people stay away from me because they don't want me to see what they're doing. They don't want me to see and know what they're doing. Too late. Already know. So it's too late. So this person that she was dating, this guy, there was something about him. I just did not like him. He felt slimy, he felt dark. And anytime when I would come over to visit, he would take off and go in a different direction. Like bring a light into the room. Oh, black widows don't come in, roaches scatter away, that kind of effect. It was like that with him. And I, kind of caught on to that. And I said, he's got something to hide. He's something. Well, that person ended up getting deported back to, I think, Guatemala or something like that. And I remember that at that time, the I'll just call her Robin. Robin wanted a reading. I'll call her Robin. And I said, "You want a reading?" She goes, "Yeah, I want a reading." And she said, "Because I'm thinking about I'm going to move out to Guatemala with him." And I'm like, "No." It was immediate. It was like, no, no, don't do that. So I did the reading for her. And then in the middle of the reading, after I laid down the first 5 cards, I think at the time I was using angel cards at the time. And there was a card that I laid down, something I laid down, and it was like I stopped and I heard very clearly. And it was like everything in the room just stopped. I saw myself in Guatemala. I saw myself watching her and her kids, her 2 girls. She was running with them down a dirt road at night, what she could carry, and she was trying to get back to the United States. That's what I saw, and it was devastational. And I heard tell her she will be running for her life, and I was like, I said, it is not a good idea for you to go there. This read is not a good thing. Everything was a warning signal. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. She says, no, 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 I'm in love with him and I'm going to start a new life out there. Blah, 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 blah. This Robin was very determined to go do this. So she went ahead and went out there, went against everything I told her. I pleaded with her. Even the angel sent someone to say it in Spanish to her. Don't go there. Said it in Spanish. She blew it off. She went anyway. Okay, she got her warnings. Warning after warning, 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 warning. Got her warning. She goes out there. He turns out, does all this stuff, goes down, something goes down. And I told her, I said, you will last, it will be in 3 weeks' time, you will be running for your life to come back here. She said, oh, Fleecy, you're making that up. I said, I wish I was, but this is what the message is. Sure enough, she came running in the middle of the night. They had some big fight. She waited till he was out and she grabbed her girls and they were running down the dark dirt road, trying to get out of there, trying to get back to the United States. And I remember when she got back, she looked me in the eyes and she said, you were right. I shouldn't have did it. That energy alone or whatever happened has affected those girls up to this day because she did not listen and she risked the well-being of her girls for some rinky-dink guy that wasn't even masculine warrior energy to stand up and protect women and children. He was doing other stuff, pulling and taking from them. Need not speak more of that. That's what was happening. So when you get those energy warnings and spirit comes in and is telling you, this is why when you're reading, you make sure you have a good gate protector. I always have Archangel Michael as my gate protector. Then I have my dragons. And then I have a really big armor protector that I snapped a picture of, didn't know he was standing behind me. I was taking a picture of myself in the mirror and saw him right there. I still got the picture to this day. Full on armor, head armor, everything. Like back in the days of the when they would wear the silver armor and they had their headdress, this armor headdress and everything on, straight up, a knight standing right behind me. And it's all about when we get those messages and we deliver it, we're not saying it to hurt your feelings. We're not saying it to be mean to you, unless that person's not a really good divine reader and they're just doing it just to get your money. I didn't even charge this girl. I did it for free. A lot of times when I do readings, I do it for free because I'm just giving a message. If a message has to come through, I give a message. Da, 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 da. But now, I get paid for what I do. Back in the day, I did a lot of give, 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 give. So I was just thinking and reflecting on that. And I said, wow, that person did not listen. And that's what the outcome was. So always pay attention. Pay attention to your signs. Pay attention to your signals. And this is not for anybody to get it misconstrued or you get it all in your mind. I'm talking to you through this. No, I'm not. I'm just talking about a story of something that I know a lot of other readers have had the experience of, and they watch it play out. They watch and see how things play out. So just know that when you really go online and this energy is coming in and it's really activating us, and we're really taking on our light and we're allowing ourselves to become that light, become that golden light, become that silver light, become that beautiful hues of pinks and whatever light. I woke up this morning, I looked at my hands were glowing blue. I was like, what the hell is this? I said, oh my God, I don't have any circulation in my hands. And then I realized, I was like, wait a minute. And then when I paid attention to it, I watched it go. I was like, okay, I got blue light flying through me. I'm giving you blue love. Love, love. Get rid of the pain. Get rid of the pain in your body now. Be gone. So anyway, I still don't understand why my hands were blue. It was really interesting, but it was a glowing like blue. Really, I've never seen that. Okay. So I was like, what the heck? So anyway, with that being said, I wanted to just share that with you. I wanted to come and share some of the crazy stuff that's going on that you might be experiencing. And you're not alone. You might feel alone, but you're not alone. There's others going through the same thing that you're going through. Letting go, releasing, moving through. We're all going through it. Just be true to yourself. Stay authentic in your light. Do not dim your light down to fit in. You don't need to. Stay in your light. And then the ones that are working on themselves that stay in their light, they'll rise up, they'll match up with you, but they might need some time to do that. Okay? That's just how it's going right now. And it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. So what? You're eating this or eating that or eating that. Say your blessings over the food, bless the food, bring the frequency up, eat and enjoy. Because if you're going to put harmful thoughts into your food, you're eating your harmful thoughts. If you're going to put fear of eating something, you're eating your fears of what you're eating. Does that make sense? You got this. Need a little help? Go get yourself one of these. Selenite. All right, lovelies. I hope you enjoyed this video. So I do have something coming up for next month, and it will be a free webinar for healing for Spiral Light. I will leave you details as we get a little bit closer to the date and let you know. And I should have the newsletter out for tomorrow, for June 1st. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Be so light. What do? Be good to you. Much love.